Hey guys, this is a part 2 to my video about Love of My Life on Netflix. Devuelveme la Vida. I mispronounced it. Hit the like and subscribe button as the intro plays. Okay, I just want to tell y'all this. I have tried recording this video at least 7 times. Hopefully this is a good one. Hopefully this is the one I will upload. I mean, if it's uploaded, then this is the one that I uploaded. However, I just have one question to say about Love of My Life on Netflix. What's so freaking special about Sarah?
So great about dumb old Texas.
I mean, really, I know it's a TV show, folks. I know it's a TV show. But it's something about this show that has gotten under my skin that I want to keep talking about it. And I don't have many people to talk about it with because not many people have seen it that I know. But again, what is so freaking special about Sarah?
Sarita, no puede ser malagradecida.
And some people in my comments wrote, and this is why I decided to re-record this, because someone just wrote a comment that I thought was exactly how I've been feeling. It's basically, okay, so Sarah at the young age of 20, and I'm not slut shaming everybody, has been pregnant and is going back and forth between 3 men. And you know, in the United States, if she were a black woman, they'd be like, another baby mama, another single mama. Yeah, so, and this is what I want to say about this show, Love of My Life, is that the way they treat the black female characters, it's diabolical. It is absurd, it is frivolous, and it just treats the black women as if we are throwaways. And I said we because I'm a black woman, and these are Afro-Latino women, but they are still sisters, okay? So, I mean, there's a list of black women, Afro-Latinas on the show. It starts off with Hoshina, who's Joaquin's sister and Mariana's best friend. But if nothing else, Hoshina was nothing more than a sidekick, a flunky, a yes girl, and, you know, just unimportant. But her character was never fully developed. She's just somebody who was there, but you would think that because she is Joaquin's sister, that she would have had a more integral part in, you know, the whole, when they discovered Joaquin, you would think she would have been around and would have been a part of the discussion. Now, I know Mariana, you know, Josefina thought Mariana had gone crazy because she kept thinking that Joaquin was alive. But it was as if Josefina wasn't important into the story at all. She was just the caretaker, the den mother of the hostel, and just somebody to be there to like hold her hands and shake her head to when Sarah would come and go, or when Matilda or Tina would come and go.
Mira, ¿no vas a desayunar?
No, gracias, tengo pan.
Mira, Sara te dejó esta nota.
But her character was never developed, and because she was Joaquin's sister and Graciano's daughter, you would think that she would have more, her storyline would be more. I mean, we never once saw Josefina with a man. I mean, they tried to imply that she was going to get with Ango, but we saw what happened there, right? We'll get to that in a moment. So that takes me on to Berenice. Berenice is, I guess, a housekeeper on the plantation at La Victoria, at Mariana's estate, the cotton estate. So, but Berenice is a healer. Berenice has all the herbs. Berenice casts spells, but you know, of course, the way they treat witchcraft in society, in American society, in European society, is looked as being something evil and wrong. And so, but Berenice was nothing more than a bedwench to Joey, a criminal. And Berenice was so obsessed with Joey, who was only using her for the bedroom, if you will. I don't know. Can you say sex on YouTube? But he was only using her just to get off.
Aquí no veo ninguna novia.
But, you know, he was chasing Sarah. Sarah, who was out of his league. And dare I say, I know this is TV. Once again, this is TV, and why am I thinking too deeply about it? Joey and Sarah had nothing in common. Nothing that would bond them to make this love that Joey was obsessed with her. He was hell-bent on getting her to love him when he was still out there philandering everybody. And it's just like, why? Why Sarah? But then back to Berenice. Berenice was so obsessed with Joey throughout the show. And she was actually warning Joey that Sarah's heart was split. But she was so obsessed with Joey that she said nobody could have him. So she decided to poison him.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
And side note, did we all know this before it happened, that Graciano was a healer too? That he knew the herbs, he knew what could work and what could heal.
Is it a coincidence?
Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. And Graciano was, well, the only real love for a black person was Graciano's love for his wife Virginia, who died because of a fire that Rogelio sent. So, I mean, these roles that the black women have in this show is just, it's despicable, and it's racist. It's showing that black women are less attractive than the white girls.
Snow Bunny.
And here's a funny thing, and I know I'm taking this fictional cast too seriously, but okay, so you're more attracted to Mariana Joaquin than you are to your wife Carla, who saved your life, mind you. She saved your life. She put you on the right track, Joaquin, so that you could build this life. And then what do? You want to run back home and chase after old box body, no shape having.
Disculpe, señoras Carante, pero en este momento tengo compromiso muy importante que cumplir.
Mariana, and I know this is fiction, but it was just bothering me. Carla is an attractive woman. She kind of reminds me of Melissa Ford. Can y'all see it? She looks kind of like Melissa Ford. But then, and speaking of Carla was playing that desperate role as well. She was so desperate to keep this family together with Joaquin, knowing from jump Joaquin was still in love with Mariana.
Y luego voy a retomar mi vida.
¿Cuál vida? Si tú los últimos años aquí fuiste un fantasma como padre, un fantasma como esposo.
So why would you put yourself in this position for so many years knowing this guy's heart isn't with you? It's somewhere all the way in Colombia, and they're in New Orleans. And here's another thing that bothered me. They were supposed to be in New Orleans. That house did not look like a New Orleans style house. I'm just going to say that. It just didn't look like a New Orleans style house. It looked like a mid-century modern house. I'm sure there are a few mid-century modern houses in New Orleans, but New Orleans homes have a distinct look. Okay, moving on.
Ain't nobody asked you nothing. You sound like you bourgeois anyway.
So then we go on to Joaquin and Carla's daughter, Lucy. Lucy just went to Colombia all hot to trot and trying to be rebellious and want to go off on her own. I mean, yeah, she was 20. Yeah, that's what people who are 20 do. But she was hell bent on, she saw Sarah and she almost had like, ooh, Sarah's cool. Let me get in her car. Where do you get in a hitchhiker's car? I know it's the 50s and they're on an old dirt road, but where do y'all do that?
Que eso no es una buena noticia. Yo soy Sara Benítez Azcárate. ¿Tú eres la hija de quien quiso matar a mi papá?
Lucy became obsessed with Tino, who was obsessed with Sarah once again. And here's the thing. Though Sarah and Tino ended up getting together before, spoiler alert, Tino died. Okay, that was unnecessary. But her heart was always with Joey. Why? Because he ran over you when you were 10 and y'all had this connection when you were 10 that really wasn't a connection. And Joey almost got Sarah unalived. I mean, it was because of Joey that Sarah was kidnapped. But Joey was obsessed and Sarah was lovesick for Joey in a sense. And when she should have been with Tino because she and Tino actually had things in common. They could converse. They had a common interest of the magazine. You know, he was a journalist slash lawyer slash professor, and she was a student slash new photographer, new activist. So they were better suited. But no, she wanted Joey. Joey was always in her heart. But she was mad at Joey, so she went ahead and, you know, went with Tino. But that's when everything blew up. And that brings me to the next person in the cast. And I still don't know. I guess we wouldn't have Tino if she wasn't in the cast. Primitiva. She spent her whole, she spent 20 years wondering what happened to her baby.
La entrada de dos bebés que dejaron abandonados en la puerta. ¿Dos bebés?
And what happens in Primitiva when I was about to call her Primavera. When Primitiva comes on the scene, she's sick. She's ill. She has a heart condition. She finally meets her son, Tino. And you can see on Tino's face when they revealed who the mothers of the sons were. Tino was like, oh, damn. Why I get the poor black woman to be my mother? Why not Mariana? Why Joey get Mariana as a mother? At least that's what I felt. And so Tino gets offed. Tino eventually, spoiler alert, dies. And now, what was the point of Primitiva being on the show? She just met her son, who did not want to be mothered, by the way. He said, I never had a mother and I don't need one now. But, you know, he said he didn't want a mother. He didn't need a mother. But then he finally called her, Mama, Mama. And she's like, oh, it's the first time you call me Mama. And then he dies. But she gets his heart. And come to find out, Lucy, who was chasing Tino, was pregnant by Tino. Nobody was using protection back then. Nobody. I know they had condoms. They had lambskin condoms back then. And I know they're not the best for protection. But nobody used protection back then. Nobody. But, you know, I think I've said enough. The show is just, you know, a lot of crazy work. But I finished all 60 episodes. And I don't know. Maybe I might do a part 3 if my heart tells me to. All right, like and subscribe and drop into the comments and tell me your thoughts.